Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. It's Spelltastic here, and today will be my live reaction to Season 6, Episode 21 of Miraculous Ladybug, The Chained Titans. This episode, I have no idea what to expect. But we're getting close to the end of the season, guys. So, without further ado, let's begin. Also, I haven't mentioned it yet in any of my reactions, but if you remember back in episode 14, when Zoe's suit changed, she asked Pollen why. How could it possibly change? And Pollen said that the suit can change depending on your emotional state. Marinette is in a pretty bad mental and emotional state right now. And that's even more symbolized not just in her hair being darker, but also her outfit being more complicated. Her inner emotions are much more complicated than they once were. As I mentioned in my Heart Fixer reaction, I'm convinced that Marinette's stress, anxiety, and paranoia are a lot worse now than they were at the beginning of last episode. Because if you remember last episode, Marinette was akumatized for the first time ever. And that type of experience, that would take a toll on you. Especially someone who's already anxious and paranoid all the time. Getting akumatized like that, and then having no memory of what you did while you were akumatized, that's not an easy thing to live with, honestly.
My favorite hero is Rena Rouge. Rena Rouge? No, she's my favorite.
Aww. What I love about that, though, is the fact that Ella and Etta are arguing about which one of them likes Rena Rouge more, not knowing that Rena Rouge is actually their older sister. I just find that such a cute detail, and Ollie is smiling at them really makes it even more adorable.
Going somewhere means traveling to the other side of the world for months. What about my office?
Honestly, I often forget that Nino has a little brother because Chris barely appears, and when he does, he's kind of annoying. But that little handshake that they did at the dinner table, or at the breakfast table right now, I did kind of like that. And we finally have an answer for why Nino wears his headphones everywhere. Since the very start of the show, Nino never goes anywhere without those headphones. He doesn't really go anywhere without the hat either. But now we know why. His parents, while married, argue constantly. And so listening to his music is Nino's escape. This also explains why Nino is literally the perfect friend for Adrian. Because Nino's home life isn't much better than Adrian's. Sure, his parents aren't abusive towards him and his brother, but that doesn't make it any better that their parents fight constantly.
Sure they do. They just have a hard time agreeing on stuff.
Deep down, he can feel that a divorce is coming, but for Chris's sake, he doesn't want their family to split up. So he's trying to give his brother hope that maybe things will work out. Alia, obviously they don't lie to each other. Alia's probably never been to his house because of the fact that his parents argue all the time. He just doesn't want her to be in that environment. Because he can barely stand it.
Van Gogh.
How about Mozart? What's up?
We're figuring out the name of our future hamster. Bolero.
Oh my god. Dude. They're never gonna give us an exact name for that hamster, are they? It's going to continue being a running joke. I mean, it's literally been a running joke since the first episode of the first season. So, that is definitely it's just kind of like one of those funny jokes that doesn't appear often, but when it does, it kind of catches you off guard because you're not expecting it. And the fact that she has Adrian involved in it now too, I mean, come on.
Sure, but we can make them our stand-ins.
I don't really like this idea. Making Marinette and Adrian your stand-ins, I don't... Under emergency circumstances, it's one thing. But for just random, it's kind of just... This whole scenario is kind of just coming out of nowhere, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about this. Alia's kind of going against her own belief system here because she says that she hates lying, yet she's not being honest in telling Nino that she knows Ladybug's identity. I get that Marinette probably doesn't want Nino to know, but at the same time, like, Alia, as you guys can tell, I'm not really enjoying Alia much this season. It's kind of just like, it feels like Alia is just not important to the series anymore. Like, that's how it genuinely feels.
Gotta go.
That's a strange name.
To go.
Ah.
See you in class.
Wow. Oh my god. The fact that Adrian commented on that the way he did was honestly hilarious. That was really funny, actually. I feel like this episode is going to be a filler episode. That's kind of what this feels like. I don't find this plot point relevant. It just doesn't feel like it's relevant to the plot, and so therefore I'm just like, why are we even doing this? Like, what's the point here, guys? What's the point here? This just seems like filler in a section of the season that doesn't need any filler. Like, we're on the home stretch of the season, so I would like there to not be any filler.
This is a bad idea.
But why?
Well, because I met them before, and they seem...
Okay. she's also probably having flashbacks. If you guys remember, she's tried to give, quote-unquote, Adrian Miraculouses twice. The first time was in Desperata in Season 3, and she tried to give Adrian the Miraculous of the Snake. And he worked tirelessly and non-stop for about 3 months trying to save her, and it never worked. And then the last time she tried to give Adrian a Miraculous, she accidentally gave it to Felix, thinking it was Adrian. I'm talking about the Dog Miraculous in Strike Back. And that one in particular cost her all of the Miraculous. Now, granted, it wasn't her fault, but part of her still blames herself. That was a pretty traumatizing event for her, so this plan isn't going to go well by her. My heart is kind of starting to race, guys, because I don't like this plan. I really don't like this plan.
And Marinette's a walking disaster, always getting bogged down in Marinette moments.
Wow. Nino, you're saying that straight to Marinette's face. I know she can't really take it personally because A, she doesn't want him to know that she's Ladybug, but B, because he's also not entirely wrong.
Am I having a Marinette moment?
Yep, that was a Marinette moment. But also, like, as I've said before, Marinette essentially doesn't really have a civilian life anymore, because her life as Ladybug has completely taken over. So, I mean, while I don't really support this plan, like, at all, I also feel like it's, like, she needs a break. So, by doing a temporary one-mission thing, where she's not Ladybug and doesn't have to worry about that, is probably gonna be really good for her, honestly. Like, you can just tell. It's so easy to tell that she's just struggling.
Really what you guys call it?
Winner for the best actor, bravo!
That wasn't part of the training.
We gotta figure out a way to help Marinette and Adrian.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's Nino's parents that have been akumatized, and I'm assuming they just so happened to both be touching the, that jar of money that they keep arguing about. Even though I still don't really support this plan, it did grow on me a little bit. I think what made it grow on me is just seeing Marinette genuinely happy for the first time all season. Like, she's not putting up a mask. She's not using the Ladybug Miraculous. And so as a temporary break, I think this is a great solution. I don't see the point in akumatizing Nino's parents into this. Like, it would be better if they weren't chained together. Because by being chained together, all they're doing is causing more destruction.
I'll be back soon.
That's a different pose than the one he originally did in Anansi. I like his updated Miraculous. I really like the updated version of the Turtle Miraculous, but his old transformation is far better. I think that might be one of the most forgettable episodes ever. I'm gonna be honest. I did not enjoy this episode as much as you guys probably expected me to. And under normal circumstances, I wouldn't mind filler. It's just that this filler is taking place in, you know, the last section of the season. With the exception of season one made a lot of sense. The few episodes leading up, like, I'd say after episode 20 is when the plots should stop being filler and start getting ready for the finale. This episode did not get ready for the finale whatsoever. And that's really upsetting. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in another video really soon. Spelltastic out.